Hey, you know what? I was thinking about the past a while back and I was filled with regret, thinking I should have made this decision or that decision. I was looking back at my mistakes and thinking, why in the world did I do that? Why in the world did I think that? Couldn't I do better? This, that, and the other. And again, just filled with regret, thinking maybe I should have been, or could have been, or would have been if I had only did this, only did that, only realized this. And finally, it occurred to me two things. A, something I saw that someone else said, which was when you look back and you see things that you did wrong, perhaps you can ask yourself, what did I learn? And I think I've learned a whole lot. Also, you can look back and you see things that you wish you could change, and while you might not can, you might be able to help some other person who is now struggling in the same situation if they can listen, if they can hear you. Sometimes, people can't hear you and they have to make their own mistakes. But also, sometimes when you see another person struggling and you've been there, it helps you to remember, oh, yeah, that's how I felt. And it helps you to forgive yourself sometimes when you need to forgive yourself, because you can look back and see, oh, now I understand how that feels. I had forgotten how that feels to be this way or that way. And now I can understand better why I made a bad choice, perhaps, because maybe I was struggling in a way that I forgot about. And all I could do was just see the dark spot. And speaking of the dark spot, also might want to remember when you look back and you find yourself focusing on the hard stuff, the hurtful stuff. For crying out loud, get a grip and look at the joyful stuff. When you look back, try to look at the things that made you good and happy and right. You learn from that stuff too. You learn from the things that are that feed and nourish your spirit just as much sometimes as you learn from the things that the hard knocks, the school of hard knocks, with which I am a graduate. You have to look back at the things that you did right and the accomplishments and the joyfulness. It helps you to remember, balance, and to help spread, you might say, the positive lessons in life. You make this decision, you get this good outcome, perhaps. And the main thing is, though, you have to also look at what's happening right now, and you take all that stuff from the past, of course, and it helps you to not repeat a bad cycle. To change the way you're thinking. Sometimes you just change a thought and it can change your path. And sometimes you look back because it helps you to better gauge where you want to be. And then it's like this, it's like I actually heard on a Love Boat commercial. Sometimes, when you have a big ship and you have to change that direction of that big old ship, it takes it a mile or two before, after you make that decision, after you turn that wheel, for it to actually make that turn. You have to be patient and give yourself time sometimes to see the outcome of whatever decision you might have made. Okay, that's my vlog for today.